Hello, welcome to Serial Killers, where we talk about cereal. So I don't know if I'm going to get serious with this or not. This is a preliminary test run to see if this setup works for me so that I can, do it more and more as I try to expand content on my YouTube channel. I'm a junk food junkie, a connoisseur, an adventurer of sorts. And whenever I see something new and interesting, I have to try it. I probably won't ever try it again, but I need to try it at least once. That's my kink. That's my thing. Dunkin' Donuts Mocha Latte Cereal. Whoa. Dunkin' Donuts Cereal Mocha Latte, naturally and artificially flavored, made with Dunkin' coffee. I love the packaging, the box. This is going in my collection. I collect cereal boxes. That's right. There's something about the art that I just absolutely love. I already tried this previously. It was really good. But I'm going to pretend like I never tried it before. Okay, so upon first whiff, it definitely has that artificially flavored coffee smell that will probably also be in the taste that I really am not a big fan of. That's the truth. I usually don't like my coffee with artificial flavorings because you can tell. It's very easy to tell that sort of thing in coffee. It definitely translates in the cereal. It's more of an artificial finish at the end, and in that way, it's kind of pleasant. It's not so bad. Let's take a look at our cereal here. So it's a very simple cereal. You got your standard chocolate mocha coffee, crunchy rice crisp or corn crisp cereal. Nice crunch. Little chocolatey, definitely can taste that coffee flavor. And as I said, especially with the milk, it has a artificial finish. Normally my rule of thumb is to stay away from artificially flavored coffees because I find the flavors to not be very genuine. I know, right? Artificial, but still sometimes, like, I love artificially flavored banana. Banana flavored candy is delicious. It tastes nothing like a banana, but the banana flavoring still somehow makes it feel like a banana to me, and I love that flavor. Same thing with cherry. It's good. And then you have these caramel swirl marshmallows, I guess. Your standard dehydrated marshmallow. It seems that the flavor really resides in the crunchy cocoa balls and not so much in the marshmallows, which are there more for the texture. There's nothing like biting down on a dehydrated marshmallow in your cereal. It's a wonderful feeling. The thing about cereal is it's very subjective. People like different types of cereals for different reasons. Some people like really healthy cereals. Some people like really junky cereals. For me, I like junky cereals, but for me, it's a texture thing. I love the way that a Captain Crunch crunches. I love the way, I'm not a big Frosted Flake fan because I don't like soggy cereal. Like death to all soggy cereal. It's gross. However, the Frosted Flakes are the worst offender, right? Frosted Flakes soak up milk like nobody's business, and then it turns into a mushy mess, and that triggers my gag reflex like no other. And yet at the same time, Lucky Charms makes a Frosted Flake that can withstand milk and therefore has just the right amount of crunch that allows me to enjoy a Frosted Flake in the way that I would want to enjoy a Frosted Flake. I would say the Dunkin' cereal really holds up well in the milk. And that's a huge proponent, man. If your cereal holds up well in the milk, I'm going to buy it. That's what I want. It's crunch stabilization is what it is. The milk soaks up into the cereal to a certain degree and eliminates the crunch factor. How much crunch can I get while my cereal is still soaked in milk, right? That's ultimately what it's all about. And so I would say that the crunch factor is high when the Dunkin' Mocha Latte cereal is soaked in milk. And that's the other thing, too. I don't put a ton of milk in my cereal. I'm very light on the milk. I don't go heavy. Because the truth of the matter is it's a waste. I'm not even going to drink the milk when it's done. Because I think milk is gross, personally. And I've even gotten into using artificial milks. There's something I'll use that's artificial. I like an almond milk. I like a coconut milk. I just don't want to be drinking all that milk. I'd rather eat cheese. I love cheese, hate milk. That's the weird thing. However, I need milk in my cereal. I need milk in my coffee. Those are the only two reasons why I need milk in my house. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a good introduction to my tastes. And your tastes might be very different from my tastes, but those are my tastes personally. We'll do a taste test, and this is kind of phony because I've tasted it already. And generally, when I like to do a cereal review, when I've done them in the past for Junk Food Journey, I like to go in blind. I like to have my observations for you in real time as they're happening to me. I think it makes the video more exciting. So for the future, if I do another one of these, I will try to do that. We'll see how this one goes. Okay, so let's take our cereal. Pour it in our bowl. Now, generally, you smell the artificial, yeah, you really smell that artificial coffee flavor. That's unappetizing to me. I'm not a fan of that. That's not my jam. Generally, I like to fill my bowl to the top. I want way more cereal than I want milk, okay? So I'm going to fill this up more, and then what I do is I take my milk, and it really doesn't matter what kind. Now, I'll do something that some of you might find to be a little gross. Sometimes I will take the leftover milk, if it's chocolatey enough and there's no granular evidence of cereal in the cereal bowl, and I'll take that milk that's been steeped in cereal and I'll pour that into my coffee. Why? Because I don't want to waste the milk. It's wasteful. I think if a product comes from an animal in any way, shape, or form, it should not be wasted. Probably because that animal's being exploited in a terrible, unfair way. Something that I struggle with constantly. At the same time, I'm a creature of my environment. I grew up eating meat. How am I going to ever stop eating meat? I grew up eating it. I can't give it up. I hope to break out of that someday. It's funny. I gave up a lot of things in my life, cigarettes being one of the hardest ones to give up. Junk food is really hard, but I think eating meat and animal products would probably be the hardest if I truly climb that Mount Everest. Okay. Anyway, enough discourse. On to the milk pour. Now, like I said, I like a light amount of milk. We don't want too much milk in here, okay? So I'm going to try and do this and not spill it on my computer. Drip, 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 drip. Just enough until you start to see sea level, milk level, not sea level, milk level. When you see milk level rise ever so slightly, you have enough milk in there. And I really don't need to drown the cereal. I don't want to. Sometimes you can hear a cereal like Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies is a terrible cereal to eat because it just soaks up milk like a motherfucker. All right, let's go in for a bite. God, it does smell really good despite the artificial flavoring that I keep agonizing about. It's like a Cocoa Puff. It's like a Cocoa Puff and a Crunch Berry had a baby that was cocoa. So that's really good. There's maximum flavor in the cereal. You can really taste the flavor, and that artificiality that offends my nose is really not as present in the cereal as I was making it out to seem. Like I said, there's an artificial finish, but it's not unpleasant. I dig that, man. I really dig that cereal. That is good cereal. They have two flavors that I've seen so far. This is made by Post. They have the mocha latte and they have the caramel macchiato. That's the other one. I'm definitely going to have to try that cereal. The last thing we're going to do in this series is we're going to rate the cereal on a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. I haven't decided what makes the most sense. Right now we're going to do 1 to 10. I'm going to have to put more thought into the scale. I can't qualify it. I can't quantify it right now. But I'm going to give this cereal balance, crunch factor, flavor, not too soggy, filling. I'm going to give it an 8. I think if I do this a whole bunch of times, if I do more cereals, I'll be able to give, I might go back and change my scores. But right now I'm going to give this an 8, maybe even a 9. It's really that good. because it's not overly sweet. It's not like, I don't feel like my teeth are rotting. Even though I posted about this on social media, I said, shiver me cavities. But it's really not that, I mean, it's sweet, but it's not like, I don't feel my teeth burning from the sugar like you do with some cereals. I would say, and then the other thing is it's made with real Dunkin' coffee. So there's probably a bit of a caffeine kick. It doesn't say it on the box, but I'd like to imagine. And then while you're eating, you can look at all these Dunkin' facts about Dunkin' Donuts. I prefer Starbucks coffee now over Dunkin' Donuts because Starbucks coffee is stronger. Starbucks coffee has more flavor, okay? I think Dunkin's has just as much caffeine, but Starbucks really just like punches you in the face with its robust flavor, while Dunkin' always feels watered down to me now. I don't know what it is. The cereal has been killed.